This is light. Oh, maybe they are not stepping up. Oh, you. Seat back in. Moment of truth, people. Moment of truth. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A bike which kind of has a mind of its own, but it's still a bike. Right, we need to get the chain on. We need to get for a ride. Dude, I just keep the faith. I knew I'd get there. I think about £400 on springs later. In fact, it may even be 5. We're giving it a paint job. It looks like Superman's pants. Right, are you rideable? Now I did try and do more of the frame, tried to do the seat stays, but the whole thing just kept collapsing. As you can imagine, I've had enough for springs. I can't ride any flatland on it. And it seems to have like an anti-bunny hop system built into it. Done. It does have a habit of doing that. It doesn't like chains. Once you get used to it, it rides just like a normal bike. It just does weird things. Because it's a bicycle of springs. So what exactly have I made here? Well, I think I'll put it in the same box as the Cake-O-Matic and the Bin Stomper. The Cake-O-Matic! Okay. Hey! But I quite like it. One, two, three, four. Okay, situation. I goes down to the tip to get rid of some rubbish. I turn around, there's an old geezer. In his hand, what he would consider to be unwanted product, goes to chuck it in the dust cart, and I was like, whoa! You can't chuck them away. I'll take them. So I've acquired 4 walking sticks. Yes. Now, what I'm going to do with these walking sticks? Well, I was thinking, old people tend to walk around in fear, so let's give them a little bit of protection. Yes, we could put like a little piezo zapper on the end of it, so it'll kind of like look like a taser, only it won't be nowhere near as powerful, but I think that'll go down pretty well on old Cottonhead Street.
What a load of rubbish.
So, that is what I'm going to do, but more so, because I've got a new bit of kit I want to try out. Yep, I got one of these. Yep, got myself a 3D printer. Now then, the shed is where everything gets made, but this is a delicate piece of equipment, and this is not the sort of place where you put a delicate piece of equipment. Shed's on fire, yeah! Because things happen in here. There's a lot of mess created. And it just generally is not a good idea. So, I'm going to stick it in the bunker. Okay, all set up. Welcome to the 3D printing department of the bunker. Now, if it gets a little bit too exciting, it's all right. We've got plenty of toilet roll. Right, so I'm using Autodesk Fusion 360 as my drawing program. But before I did that, got my old vernier calipers. measured the diameter of the walking stick, and the thing I need to consider with this, you're going to have two prongs, but you don't want them sticking out all the time, because obviously when you're walking along they'll get bent and get covered in muck. So I need to deploy them, so they need to be set back and then they need to flick forward. But rather than me trying to explain how I'm going to do this, because I've got to house a little spark generator and a battery somewhere, I'm going to print this first batch of drawings that I've done out, try and put it together, and then see if it needs a little bit of work after that. Right, let's print you lot off. Now, if I just push this forward, look, it works. How does it work? Well, basically, we've got the battery and the spark igniter housed in here, and then the cables go through underneath, and then these two screws which stick out, when they meet those two screws, that completes the circuit for the battery and fires off the spark generator, which basically connects to these two rods which run down here, and then up a little bit, offset sort of thing, and then out to the little prongs. So of course when this gets deployed and then sticks out in front of the hatch, and then there you go, and then it will spring back again. So what have we got to do to improve this? Because there are some improvements. There's some certain things which don't fit in very well, because I suppose when I drew it on the computer I couldn't quite visualise what I'm doing, and I've got some things backwards, so when I've actually gone to put it together there's recesses that should be on the opposite sides to what they were and all that, and then also the battery and stuff could fit in here a little bit better. And then of course the bit which I've completely overlooked is we've got no trigger and nothing to push this bit down here, so I need another orifice or another rod or something to go along here that I can push it in, and then it will pull it out and then it will spring back automatically. But there we are, 3D printing exercise 1. Not too bad. I mean, at least it works. So right, get on the computer, redesign them, and then print the whole lot off again. Mark 2 is finished. This one's all right. Look, little trigger system like that. Put it down there, connects to the rod. There's a little spring on here which keeps it sprung back. And then of course when you push it all the way, the connection is made, and bosh! Yes, old people, you're going to love it.
Oh, I suppose it'll do.
So you see, you can walk around. The prongs do not touch the floor. It's a normal walking stick. The old geezer gets jumping, he's like, bosh! Stay away from me, I'll have you. Right, so, how was my 3D printing exercise? That's pretty cool. Yes, everything looks a little bit like a vinyl record because of the finish on it, but you know, you don't use a tool for why it's not any good, you use a tool for its strengths. And it's little things like the slots you can put in, like the counters and nuts. I can't do that on the lathe. I mean, I probably could have made that bit quicker than it could print out, but I can't do all those other little bits. And that's what you've got to think about when you do these things. You've got to use the tools to their advantage. Yes! Now, as far as accuracy goes, let's have a look. Got the older calipers here. Make sure they're on 0. This was 60mm.